We're so close that this piece of a shell from one of the fireworks fell right in front of our feet. And the shooting team, they were nice enough to bring these tubes over. Here's a sure sign of just how cold it is outside. Look at all this water right now on the floor of the Bluegrass Public Safety Building. It's important to be aware of this thick layer of ice that you can hear me scraping on the street. I want to show you how this is affecting drivers right now. Take a look at this. As cars come down this restricted Iowa-bound lane, look at how slow these cars are moving. They've seen this layer of ice here under the snow. They say it's almost like a skating rink. Crews have already made their way through this one right here, creating this giant pile of snow that's just about as tall as I am. I put it outside here about 40 minutes ago. Take a look at this. It's already frozen. This is what the tornado damage looks like tonight here in Washington, Illinois after yesterday's tornado. The impact of the community coming together can be seen right here. While the strength of the tornado that created all this destruction is measured by the speed of its winds, the strength of the Washington community can be measured through its stories.
The foundation, everything just started shaking. It was so scary.
The whole foundation in the basement literally felt like it was going to pick it up out and just throw it.
It was so, I was so scared. You could hear a
freight train coming for the house. It was the scariest thing I've ever seen.
And if the tornado was the scariest thing Abby and Steve Wilson have ever seen, walking up their basement steps and viewing the destruction alongside their neighbors was the most heartbreaking.
Heartbroken. Yeah. I mean, I grew up in this neighborhood. My brother and I grew up in this house, and we used to ride our bikes all through the neighborhood, and then now it's like it's gone. You can't even tell what road to what, and people whose houses you knew where you grew up, there's nothing left.
Now, as the sea of debris marks a time when many are focused on what was lost, the Wilsons say now is the time to think about what they still have. A strong community, a home that remained largely intact, and most importantly, their lives.
I thought it was over. I literally told her I love her, and I don't know what's going to happen.
All I could do is just pray.
As the saying goes, man never made any material as resilient as the human spirit. It's a truth that can be seen right now in Washington as neighbors work to overcome the destruction by coming together.
Sticking together, doing the best we can.
Bonding together and help each other out best we can.
Packing the gym, putting up signs. You could say the competition's steep to become the team's #1 fan. But senior pitcher Paige Compton says she knows who that title belongs to.
Dean McCleary. He was always on the side, always down the third baseline, always sat in the same spot every single time and was at every game.
He was always that bubbly character that was on the sidelines at the games, and he liked to bring us softball cookies.
Dean McCleary never had a kid on the team, but his mother says he made it to every game he could and would have gone to this year's championship.
Oh, he would have been right there. He would have been crying right along with them. Yep, he would have been so proud too. Yep, he would have been so proud too.
But at 51, the Durant High School graduate passed away from a heart attack, just 1 month after posing for this picture from last year's third-place state finish.
You could just see that he loved us so much and loved the game.
To honor their #1 fan, the team presented his family with an autographed softball, a way of saying they finished this year for Dean.
Dean was a big part of our softball program. I mean, we miss him so much this year, and so they told us right before we went to state we have an angel in the outfield with us, so that was kind of with us all the time.
And as the team celebrates tonight, the girls say they know their angel is right there watching over them. If you find yourself in Rock Island's West End on a Wednesday, just around sunset, stop. Take a listen. If you're lucky, you might hear something like this. It's the Metro Youth Program, a combo drum, step, and drill team that with its beats aims to beat boredom and keep kids off the streets.
Beacon of hope. We're a beacon of hope for a lot of the kids in the inner city, well, from the west end of Rock Island, or for the entire Quad Cities.
Just last year, Moses Robinson took over as the group's director, and it's under his direction that things may have gotten a little louder. That's because more kids are joining now than in the past several years when attendance began to drop off.
Pretty much every cycle we have a group graduating from the beginners group, we have kids waiting to come back in. So that's showing us that the numbers are growing, the interest is growing, and the kids are really interested in being part of the organization.
And with more kids getting involved, so have more parents, like Octavia Tussaud, who just got involved in the past year.
I think it's very important for the parents to be involved, not only for the children to see that their parents are supporting them in their activities and their endeavors, as well as for parents in the community to be seen working with you so that the children don't think that they're out here all by themselves.
Getting more parents involved has been a mission of Robinson's, and the kids, like frontman here, Sean Emery, say they appreciate the effort.
I have a lot of family here, and it's just fun. It keeps kids off the street.
Off the streets and stepping in the right direction. A goal at today's practice and all that are to come. In Rock Island, Danielle McCarthy, KWQC TV6 News.